I didn't see anything romantic nor really felt that, but I had a really good time. And that was probably the first time after years of doing music together and not together. That was the first time I really got to hang out with him. Yeah. And it was fun. I had a good time, and that was that. And then how it kind of continued was I was always cautious because I always wanted to make sure that I did protect myself. So to be honest, I didn't talk to him very often.
I thought she hated it.
Really?
I knew that was coming.
I really did. I thought she didn't. Like, I would see her and I would be like, does she not like me? Like, and we weren't thinking about anything. I was like, wow, she really didn't talk to me a lot. And I was like, I thought I was being nice. And my friends would be like, no. And then there was another time I remember, and my friends were like, oh yeah, she was kind of weird. And I was
I'm so sorry.
And there was a few times and I didn't know. And I was just like, I was like, that's okay.
I thought I was being polite by not.
The lines between friendship, love, and professional loyalty have officially blurred into a Hollywood nightmare. For years, the world watched the Selena saga through a lens of teenage angst and chart-topping ballads. But in 2026, a new narrator has entered the chat, and he's bringing receipts that are as chilling as they are revelatory. Blanco, the hit-making producer once considered one of Justin Bieber's closest confidants, has shattered the silence regarding the singer's past behavior, sending shockwaves through the industry and leaving fans wondering if they ever truly knew the lonely singer at all, the producer who knew too much. Blanco wasn't just a bystander in Justin Bieber's life. He was the architect of his sonic redemption, from the early days of Eenie Meenie to the vulnerable, stripped-back honesty of Lonely. Blanco was a man behind the board, witnessing the highs and the devastating lows of a child star navigating the pitfalls of global fame. However, the narrative took a sharp turn when Blanco went from work husband to the actual husband of Selena Gomez. In a recent high-stakes interview that has since gone viral, Blanco didn't just discuss his marriage to Gomez. He pivoted to the scary reality of Bieber's past. He described a period of time characterized by more than just typical young celebrity rebellion. According to Blanco, the environment surrounding Bieber during his most turbulent years was one of isolation and unstable energy that often spilled over into his personal relationships. While Blanco stopped short of full-blown character assassination, his choice of words, specifically calling the atmosphere dark and scary, has forced a massive reevaluation of the Bieber-Gomez timeline. The tension between Bieber and Blanco has been simmering since 2024, when Blanco and Gomez first went public with their relationship. For many fans, Blanco's proximity to Bieber made the romance feel like a betrayal of the bro code. But as Blanco tells it, his shift in perspective wasn't about stealing an ex. It was about protecting someone he realized had been deeply affected by the toxic cycles of the past. Reports from insiders suggest that Bieber felt stung and shocked by Blanco's sudden departure from his inner circle. For years, Blanco was the one person Bieber could trust to turn his pain into platinum records. Now, that same person has used his platform to validate the very trauma Selena Gomez has spent years trying to heal from. Backlash to the truth. While Blanco has been the one speaking out, Selena Gomez has found herself in the crosshairs of a polarized public. Critics and hardcore believers have called her out for what they perceive as a coordinated effort to dismantle Justin's reputation, just as she settles into her new life. The narrative being pushed by some social media factions is that Gomez is obsessed with the past, using Blanco as a mouthpiece to continue a decade-long feud. However, the rare singer has remained remarkably composed. Sources close to Gomez indicate that she isn't looking for a fight. Rather, she is finally in a space where her partner sees her history for what it was, without the rose-tinted glasses of the music industry. The calling out of Selena Gomez often overlooks the reality that she lived through the events Blanco is now describing. For her, these aren't scary stories for a podcast. They were her life. The drama reached a fever pitch with the release of the track Talk, a collaboration between Gomez and Blanco. Almost immediately, TikTok sleuths began analyzing the audio, claiming to hear a distorted vocal in the background that sounded uncannily like Justin Bieber. This sparked a viral frenzy, with theories ranging from a hidden message to a sonic haunting. While there is no evidence that Bieber actually participated in the track, the symbolism is hard to ignore. The song explores the difficulty of moving on when the world refuses to let you forget. By allegedly using audio textures that mimic the Bieber era, Blanco and Gomez aren't just making music. They are reclaiming the narrative. It's a bold, almost aggressive move that signals the end of the quiet era. We are no longer in the era of no comment. In 2026, the demand for authenticity has forced even the most private celebrities to address their skeletons. Benny Blanco's willingness to talk about the scary side of the industry and the people within it represents a shift in how we view celebrity accountability. For Justin Bieber, who has been focused on his marriage to Hailey and their growing family, these revelations are an unwelcome blast from the past. For Selena Gomez, they are a double-edged sword, a validation of her experiences, but also a magnet for renewed scrutiny. The breakdown of the Blanco-Bieber friendship is the final nail in the coffin of the Selena era. It proves that you cannot simply collaborate your way out of a complicated history. When the person who wrote your most vulnerable songs becomes a person married to your most famous ex, the truth is bound to come out. Is Benny Blanco being a protective husband, or is he crossing a line? The answer depends on which side of the fandom you occupy. What remains undeniable is that the secrets of the mid-2010s are no longer safe. As Blanco continues to peel back the layers of what it was like to be in the room when the music and the people were breaking, the world is forced to listen. This isn't just about a celebrity feud. It's about the cost of fame and the long shadow cast by youthful mistakes. Selena Gomez might be called out for her part in this drama, but she is also standing her ground in a way she never could a decade ago. The past is scary, but for Benny and Selena, the future is finally theirs to write, even if it means burning a few bridges along the way.